2. Make sure they're both up and running. There we go. Alrighty, I will pull him off to a different page. Actually, I can just leave him right here. Close this extra crap. So, you can't see anything on the desktop anyways. Bam. And bam. Alrighty. Nope. Alrighty. There we go. More invite. There we go. Cool. Oh, let me check. There we go. Cool. Add roll. Alrighty. So, we're gonna see. First of all, I gotta slide all this stuff out of the way. Luckily, there ain't nothing in there that I have to worry about. These some empty bottles. So, 1, 2, and 3. Yeah, it's a whole ordeal trying to get this fucking computer out of the corner. So, little river. Are you gonna be my co-streamer tonight? We're gonna sit over here and see what's going on. Alright, so the computer is this computer. And this is the new motherboard I've got for it. There ain't no pictures, it's yeah, kinda cheap. So I have to move all this crap to pull that out through this gap. So I will try to put the camera where it's not horribly out of place. It keeps wanting to turn. Alright, so let me get it out so we can get to it. Yeah. Yes, I have a footrest. It's an old heating blanket. Don't work no more. Alright, one. Video cables. Do. 1, 2. Unplug. Cool. Alright. Ethernet, you need to come over here. Power video. And then everything else does not fucking matter. Cool. Alright. Mouse and keyboard. Up. So I have a 360 AIO in this PC on my server with fans in a push-pull config, which means there's fans on the bottom, there's fans on the top. So I should never be worried about my heat. And so far, it's ran cool as shit. It's ran fucking amazing. Alright. Now, the fun part. God damn it. Me and that trash can are gonna agree to not get along today. Alright. Oh, now this is the part that's the easy part. I literally have like hardly any room to get my hand in there. Like I said, the space it fits in is very slim, and it is a big motherfucker. Alrighty. So, the comical part is the case is the same age as the chipset I'm fucking with. Early 2010s. So, let me pull the side off, and I will get you a more up-close look at the 16-core, 96 gigs of RAM, and I think it's 7 terabytes of fucking hard drive space on it. I got a 2 terabyte NVMe, a 500, a 4 terabytes spin disk drive, and then 2 1 terabyte SSDs. All in this one case. So, yeah, it is pretty well loaded. And for those that don't know, that is the Republic of Gamers ROG. They call it the Rampage 10 edition because it's their 10-year anniversary edition of the motherboard. And I got this board, the motherboard, when I bought this case, and it came with a CPU that's up there, behind that jar of wax. Right there. That's a CPU. It's an i7 6850K, I believe. But I had it in this board, and it kept throwing a fault of not holding a clock. That's why I bought the other chip, and now I bought this. I bought the other chip to try to figure out if it was the chipset or the motherboard. Different chip, completely different chip, does the same fucking things, so it's gotta be the motherboard. Is what it is. I spent nothing on it. I just, shit, $123 for this. And then the chip that's in it, I paid $63 on fucking Amazon. So, then, I think that's a $60 power supply. The hard drives, the solid states were $60 at Best Buy. The 4 terabyte was like a little over 100, I don't remember. I only have a 550 in it, but like I said, I have 100 gigs of match speed RAM. And I also have a GPU cooler card. That's what I'm touching right now. It's got 380mm fans on it. And then it's got fans. There's 3 fans. There's a fan here. There's 2 on the bottom and 2 on the front. So, it is fan the fuck out. And I have to take all this shit apart just to get that board out on the bottom. So, screwdrivers. Unplug these. And this. This new board that I got does not have all the fan plugs. So earlier when I said I was looking for some fan stuff, I was looking for this. That's a fan controller card. I'm going to need it to run all my fans, and then if I need extra power, these are Molex to SATA power adapters. Because, like I said, there's a bunch of shit in this motherfucker. So, gotta take out this card. And currently, in this setup, you'll see here in a second, it has a PCI NVMe card in it right now. This is plugged in on the back. I'm trying to get this card out. Which, if you notice, that cooler card was blowing straight into. That is the 2TB M2 drive I put in here. And then my video card. And I have like an old ass ATI fucking 3878, I wanna say. I could throw in here for shits and giggles. Like, I literally can reach behind me and go, BAM! Video card from the same fucking era. I can make it all a throwback case. Only thing it'd be newer is the M2s, the SSDs, and the 360 fucking AIO I have in this motherfucker. Alright, so one thing I do not like about this case, and I'll pull it over here so you can see it. Down there, you can see the video card release is right next to that fucking heat shield, and you cannot get to it from the other side. So you have to take a screwdriver and gently pink. Then your card pulls right out. Some people didn't know that, but be very gentle with it because those do pop out. So, how did that get hooked in there? No, no, no. You know hook there. Oh, I see ya. I see your chat. So, does the video look good? Alright. I gotta keep unplugging stuff, work my way around the board. God, this thing has... swear it's got like 12, 13 hookups for fucking fans on this board. I'm not lying, it's a nice fucking board. It's just, it's not doing what it's supposed to do. Like, if you're not gonna hold the clocks I said, even the default ones, then I have no use for the board. That's literally what's going on. I can reset this back to basic out of the box fucking settings and it won't load. So, this also shipped without a battery, so I had to scout me one to put in it. But this is a Machinist X99 board. Comes with one SATA plug, which I don't need because I literally have a box full of them behind me in the chair. Alright, nothing underneath that. Cool. No, don't be rattling around. There it is. Yes, remember to properly ground yourself. God. Alright, so. This is my first look even at this board. And this is the extra heatsink shroud. Oh! I didn't know the fucking fans didn't have... That's for a different type. If you want to use a air cooler on it. That's what that's for. Right, that's cool. So, I mean, it's a pretty fucking board. And then, bam. I mean, you can tell this board is wider by like this much. It's got 2 sets of these. It's got an SAS plug on that board and all this other stuff. But I honestly think this board matches this case better. So, there's my small screwdriver. And this has keyless or toolless hookups. So which one's that's the one. Yep. Gonna plug this SATA drive in. I'm not gonna lie, I do not like how close that is. Let's see if I can pop this tab piece off. Because it's literally just it's hitting the corner of that thing. Cool. That'll make life so much easier when I'm going to pull the fucking card too. I don't care if it broke. I'm not using this as a gaming computer, I'm using it as a server. So the video card's just for shits and giggles. I need the M2 drive in more than I need the fucking latch and video card. This is the easiest way I've found to do this. You put the drive most of the way in, right? And then it'll come down. And you just carefully, because these screws are tiny as fucking goddamn it. See, they're tiny as shit. And of course, I've got both of the cats in here watching. Ain't that right, little Charlotte? Says, I don't know what you're doing, Daddy. You're playing with stuff again. You're always playing with this stuff. Alright. It's easier to put these M2 drives in before I mount this board, and I'm about to pull the other one because the board that's in the PC, the Rampage board, has an M2 drive in it. It only had 1 slot, so I got that card and that 2 terabyte drive to make it my OS drive. As for the games I'm gonna run on this, I haven't really have a finalized list. Oh, come on, quit being a pain. The drive's popping up a little bit, interfering with the screw. Hey! Psst. Psst. Little missy. Better keep your paws off that stuff. Ah! I'll be honest, this is my first time getting a machinist board, so I have never tried this brand. One of the guys I work with has a couple of their boards and was talking that they work pretty solid, so I seen it was pretty cheap. I'm not trying to spend $700-800. Like, if you look up the board I'm taking out of here, you're gonna be like, it's clearly the way better board, but it's not working. So if it doesn't work, there it goes. Yeah, I hate these M2 screws sometimes. These things are a pain in the dick. Gotcha. Alright. Oh, that is... I didn't even hardly see that. Cool. Alright, and then the other drive's right here. It's only a 500. It is technically one of my backup drives. But I knew online, because all the reviews were talking about how close these things are. Like, if you have heat sinks, you might have an issue trying to get them in. Which is why I was like, cool. The little pieces of plastic I can just pop right out. Now it's out of my fucking way. So if you need to remove one of those, you grab it from underneath and just literally just fold it forward, and if you're gentle with it, it won't break. The first one broke, the second one didn't. But I only plan on ever using the one slot with the video card, and it doesn't need that latch. It's more of a anesthetics. Cha-cha-cha. There's 2 drives in. Alright, so my wire tie for the hoses is to keep them out of this back fan. That's why they're wire tied to the bottom of that. There's no other reason other than I just was being, yeah. Like, nope, we're not doing that one. Alright, and then there's all these fans over here I gotta remove. God, so many fans, so many fans. Thankfully, I just have to disconnect everything from the board, and then I can yank the board on out. So, trying to decide if I want to fuck with the heatsink or the RAM first. I'm thinking heatsink or the CPU cooler. Because luckily I don't have to do nothing but just bolt it back in place. It should have plenty of thermal paste on it. But yeah, this is the server chipset, so it is freaking huge. Like, honestly, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the chip that's in here, and I'm going to put the old chip in it, because well, I do have a plastic cover, but I'm going to give that to one of the guys I know from work. He's going to see, because he has a soldering iron and shit, and I told him it might just be some fucking VRMs in here. He could just switch out, and he's got a fucking board. Like, dude, I ain't gonna charge you for it. I didn't charge no one for it, I got it for free. So, I give it to you the same way. I still have Loctavius and Nicole Moon's stream running. I'm just watching it in the background. Right, why do I feel like the bottom one's the one that's coming fucking loose? There it goes. Because these are all 4 of these are caps that are spring loaded. They're kind of a bitch to put on. As for the cooler, this is a MSI 360 R2, I want to say. I got it in 2019, 2020. Right before fucking COVID bullshit happened. There it goes. Other than put my finger in it, yeah, I am good with the fucking thermal paste. Yeah, see, I got a big old glob right there. I'll get a fucking spatula and move it over. Yep, that's what I thought. One of them did fucking... God damn it. There it goes. So, the way these bolt down is... I'll show you in just a second. There's 4 end caps. And then this holds the bracket. And the small side screws into the board. So I literally have to dig the other 3 out of here too. But these are only like finger tight. These apparently get torqued down more than I realize. It's alright though. Because they aren't very tight at all. Little and they're out. Cool. 1, 2, and 3. This one's actually got a cooler on the VRMs around the CPU, so that's actually pretty neat. Alrighty. Got 1 and 2. There it goes. Perfect. It goes click to click. And that's how easy it is to switch out the CPU real quick. And then clickety and clickety, CPU's in. Now, as I said, I'm not gonna let those pins get fucked up. And I have a backup processor. So, we will just set that back in there, just like I got it. When I got this, the guy that gave it to me with that CPU in it, so. There, yep, I had it upside down. Alright, so 1 and 2, and that is out. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh, double lockers. Fuck yeah. I love these so much more than the ones that were on here. They had singles, so you had to plug in one side and then press the other side down. Those are annoying. Because this, I can hear the double click and know that it's fully seated where it goes. And I'm moving these in the same orientation I had them put in. They are, I'm not gonna lie, two different sizes. I have 416s and 432s, I believe. That's how I got to 96. But they're all the same speed, so there is no fucking problem. Nope. Nice and clickety, clickety. Hey! What are we doing, little fuzz face? That is not for you to play with. I do not need thermal paste on a cat. There we go. And 8 sticks of RAM moved. Can you tell I've done this a couple times before? Oh yeah. Tip that one down just a little bit. And then on with, well, it needs removing that. These are all loose. That's all loose. That's all loose. Those is all unplugged. That should be the final fan I have plugged into that board. Now the fun part. If you've ever put a motherboard in, you know what I'm about to be doing. Yeah, I'll take this out first, and then I'll fuck with the other side of the case. Eeny meeny, put the motherboard screws here, because I don't trust the cats. So no, I'm not gonna lie, I've had 4 or 5 different CPUs that cooler's been on, and it's ran phenomenally. I never had it get heat saturated, had too much of an issue with any of it, so. There we go. And the funny part is I only have tonight to mess with this, because I have to work the next 4 days. So more than likely I'll get this up running, probably running my Pal World server. And, I don't know, maybe 1 or 2 other games, depends on how long it takes. Hopefully I don't have to reinstall Windows, because I just installed Windows when I put that 2 terabyte drive in. But we will see. Definitely be finding out now. That is not a case screw, so I'm not even going to try to unscrew it. Alright, 1, 2. It should be just this last screw. Yeah, the guy that I bought my computer case from, which is the Tower V900. If you don't know, the case is the size of a fucking mini fridge. It's like, oh, this thing's awesome, fuck yeah, and fucking snatched it up, and fuck. I'm not gonna lie, the thing's a ginormous, huge fucking pain in my ass sometimes. It's awesome for showing off, but it's a mini fridge. It's like this, except fucking way up here, tall. It's annoying. It's awesome, but at the same time, it's annoying. Because it takes up all kinds of room. Huge amounts of space. It's not like the case I'm working on is too much better. Because, yeah, it's just about the same. A huge fucking PC case. Alright. So I gotta get the fuck out from under there. No, that's not where you go. Stop! Alright. There it goes. Right there. Wait a minute. Am I missing a standoff right there? I think I am missing a standoff right there. Oh, and my hair's bothering shit out of me. Alright. There we go. Time to hit the old vape. I had to get my other vape as well. Yeah. Some starberries. Good stuff. Good stuff. Alright. So that can go on the box for it, which I need to go through. See if I can find me one standoff in my messy box of screws and shit. And yeah, let's see. I believe it's right there. And there is my standoff installer. Make sure they're all nice and snug. I hate when I go to unbolt a motherboard and the fucking standoffs come with it. Like, no, you stay. The board goes. Unless I'm getting rid of the case, the standoffs stay. Real talk, I bought this in fucking 2007, 2008. I've had it that goddamn long. I broke one of the flat tips. I used it as a fucking bowl scraper. There, you can kind of see it there. The case in the background. Not gonna lie, works amazing for it. Amazing. Not a problem. All day scrapage. Just gotta be gentle with it. Alright, close that up. We will move this bag over here, and I will look for its static bag. Yeah, the guy gave me the box and fucking everything for this board. I mean, isn't that awesome? Paid $100 for that case. My brother bought a case off of him, and he threw this shit in literally for free. And it had a 140 Thermaltake fucking ARGB cooler as well, which is getting repurposed into a computer. I am going to try and ship to Virginia at some point. There we go. Anti-static. Yes, little fluffer butt. Alright, cool. Now I'm not so worried about that. Like, I know it's not working right, but I don't want it being completely fucked up either, so. And I don't know if you can tell very well with the camera, this actually has, like, they're color coded for all the fucking, your plugins. And then it's got the display for if something's not right. Like if it's coding when you go to boot it. Alright, let's check to make sure we have all of our standoffs in location again. Check, 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 check. This one's not needed. That's why I was double checking. Because I remember when I put that board in, I had to move that screw. Now I remember moving it, but yeah. Put that over there. I'll make sure I don't lose the tip that goes in that. Cool. 1, 2. Alright, so when I put motherboards in, I try to find a center screw in the board. That's my start. Make sure I ain't sitting on, hanging up. Because on almost every motherboard below the CPU, there's 3 screws that go into the... Cool. Got the first one started. I'm going to do the bottom corner and work my way up that edge. Little kitty, I don't think that box is your size. So. Oh, I'm not gonna lie, I haven't done hardly anything with my stream. I don't even think I have shoutouts fucking set up. I wish I did. I'd give Octavius a shout out. But I basically have it where I can go, look, I'm streaming. There it goes. So on the benefit of having put my M2s, my RAM, and the CPU in, I ain't gotta mess around and try and fight them to go in. Oh, that is a... They weren't lying when they said that screw was fucking tight. There's one right under the little VRM heatsink that they have installed in here. It's not impossible, it's just not easily accessible either. So do. Come on. goes. Alrighty, so I got one back there. Cha-cha. There we go. One up here in the front. Alright. This is a LGA 2011 V3, in case anyone was wondering what type of chipset and board it is. Is it one of these screws? Why is it not going? There it goes. Cool. So, there's the screwdriver set. Where's one of my flatheads? I put a whole bunch of excess thermal paste on here. That's why I can just take it and spread it around and then put it back down. Plus, it's pretty good stuff. It's thermal take, or damn it, I forgot what it is. I got the box around here. I can pull it up here in a second. But it's more high performance stuff. So, no, I don't need a hair in it. Right there. And there's another hair. No, go away. Alrighty, so. Make sure I get those four finger tight. Alright. I can also turn it kind of like that, and it'll give me a little bit more. And if you've never had to put one of these spring-loaded ones on, they're fun. Because you literally got to go kitty corner until you get a little bit of pressure on it, and then you can take your hand off. And then remember when you're tightening them down to only do a couple of turns and then move your way around. Generally, I say hand tighten it all the way down and then a little bit more, because they don't have to be torque tight, just nice and snug with a good connection. There it goes. Do 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 do. I also gotta turn the case around and remember how all my drives are fucking ran. Alright, they're starting to get snug. So, I'll start with the loosest one. And you can't over tighten these, they literally just tighten down, they stop turning. Which is nice, because they're spring loaded. I'm also feeling the spring as I'm tightening it. There it goes. And the last one. Cool. Easy peasy. I mean, I didn't even have to unplug most of the stuff. Alright, that is my audio. Yep, audio right there. Mostly plugging this stuff in because I don't want it getting forgotten or lost. Alright, where's my USB? There it is. Cha-ching. Alrighty. Power switch. Power on. Yes, sir. Reset is below it. Cha-ching. And we got my hard drive LEDs. Come back over through here. We don't want all this a mess. Cool. Does it say positive and negative? No, it doesn't. Panel. Alright, yep. Positive and negative. Cool. Cha-cha-cha-cha-cha. There's the reset switch, and there's my hard drive indicator. Awesome. Front panel plugs are now installed. Cool. Cool. This does have a plug for a Wi-Fi card. I am not going to utilize it, so it is not going in there. Little bit of dust, not much. Of course, I did have this thing apart not too long ago, so I cleaned it out then. That's what I thought I'd have to do. I did put it back. I have to move one of my covers to a different location because this board's different. The video card goes in a little bit lower slot. But, don't matter, as long as it works, we're Gucci. And, yeah, this slot card that I have laying on its side in the case right here, I actually bought a set of 3 of them. And overall, they work phenomenally. Especially having M2 drives up in your computer nowadays. You really want something to force blow air around that area. Because I got heat sinks on all my drives just to make sure they don't get too hot. And the reason I'm utilizing the video card that's in this right now is because it has a DVI out. which is what I'm using for the monitor that it's running on, which is just a shitty old fucking 16 or 17 inch Dell monitor you'd see in any business office. It produced like a billion of. Alright, there's that. There's that. That's my USB, which is right. Yep, right there. Cool. And the headset's trying to take off again. Alrighty. So, I don't know if I want to put this right there. No, because it would be too close to the other ones otherwise. I got 1, 2, 3, 4. Only 4 fan plugs. That's what it looks like, only 4. Alright. One slot cover. Don't care about what color it is. Just because I need to replace the PCI card I took out. Because this has 2 M2 slots. Now, the cool thing is, the board I'm getting is actually more of like a basic server board. It's nothing extensive, there's no overclocking abilities to it. It's literally plug it in, turn on turbo, and set up your fucking OS. Have a nice day. So, awesome sauce. Make sure all these are snugged it down. Oh yeah. And yes, I do have a bunch of the back slot covers covered up towards the bottom. Got a little bit of thermal paste on my pants, but oh well. Not the end of the world. That I don't need over here, that I don't need over here. For right now, I will unplug that, so it's just out of my fucking way. 24. Schnacka. Alright. Now, I need to go through all my fucking fans. Figure out what's which, and where, and how, and that's the most important one right there. CPU fan, yes sir. This is the plug for the AIO pump. So it's going directly onto the board. If I could see around this other fucking plug, goddamn, could they have made that cable any shorter? That is annoying. Yep, out of my way, out of my way. So, what I'm trying to fuck with is there's a plug literally right here by the RAM. I know it's hard to see, it's not a good angle. Trust me, it's not any better for me. Alright, looks like it's... is it that? Yahtzee. Cool. Alright. So, you go. That slides off out of the way. Because now, the Asus board comes with an expansion card. That's not the one I wanted. That is. Which I have kind of bolted into the case. I found screws that match the threading and 2 holes that I could put it on an angle and hook it up in here. Because it's got 4 or 5 extra fan plugs on it. That's the reason I was using it. One of them like, haha, I didn't have a fan controller card then. But, like I said, comes with one. So, that's out of there. Alrighty. So this card hooks up 10 fans. It takes 1 PCI plug. And it even will report one of the red one. It will report everything else. It just runs at whatever you set it to. So nifty nifty, because I have 3, and there's 3 on top, 3 on the bottom. There's 1 in the back, 2 on the very bottom of the case down here, and then 2 in the front. So 2 140s, a 120, a 140, 140, and then 6 120s on top. It's what you call push-pull, fucking airflow, wind turbine, fucking... We ain't worried about heat in this motherfucker. That's what I'm saying. We ain't worried about heat. The only thing I didn't check is if this board has an ARGB or an RGB controller. Here's my flashlight. Yeah, I got a stupid bright fucking flashlight. Alright, I'm not seeing... Sysfan, com. Is that another fucking USB port? It looks like it. Cool. No RGB. Go figure. Not the most worried about it. Yeah, that does not want to stay. Oh, that flashlight's nice, but it is fucking insanely bright. Alright, fuck this. Come here, hat. Oh. Can you even hear? Alright, cool. There we go. Had to put my hat on so my fucking headset hopefully will quit trying to fall off my head. Every time I lean over, it's like, dude. Like, no, stay. So I should be able to just... Yeah, don't have any screws in it. What the fuck? There it goes. It's an audio drive bay for the Rampage board. You need a double-sided USB 2 header and then a fucking PCI plug for like a video card to give it power. I had no use for it, so I never hooked it up. I just put it in there to keep the fucking spot pull. And then I have another dry bay cover to put on this, so. Oh, it's even got a hot swap bay in it. Alrighty. So my blacks, okay. These two. 1 and 2. Okay. Yep, you can come up on out of the way. There's 2 of them. Awesome. Drives 1 and 2. Alright, now 3 and 4. Except I'm going to rerun this blue one. It needs to be ran up through here. And then back out through here. There, come on. Fine, I'll unplug that one to plug this one in. Then plug this one in. Alright, and then that's part of the fans. Pull through here. Pull that one through there. That plug, yes. Alright, then this and this. So, that's the pump cable, cool. Just bring that one through over here as well. Alright. Now the CPU power plugs are over here. So I just need the end one to push back together. There it is. Oh, come on. Snap back together so I can plug you in. Oh, the fucking sliding ones, huh? Cool. Just means it won't want to come apart when I try to put it in. There we go. Clickety, clickety. Awesome sauce. That's good to go. That's good to go. That's good. That's where these come in. Because on the back side I got a couple of controller plugs here and here. What I want to do is plug in the other CD-ROM drive I have in this. Mostly just because I can. But I need something longer than that. That's too short. I know I have another open one around here. There it is. That one looks like garbage too. Binding. Cha-cha, 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 cha. I have a closet full of parts, that's why I keep disappearing into. Wait, nope. You come here, and I can use that too. Oh, did I get pinged on Discord? I think I did. Something just went off. Oh, some Warhammer crap. Hey, my streaming thing worked. Cool. Oh yeah, 420. I see you blazing. You can hear me, right? Octavius, you can hear me? I don't know. I just seen him blazing up over there. I'm gonna get the hardware shit done and run my cables like I need to, and then I'll fucking spark one up myself. There it is. Yep. I kinda like that drive being in the hot swap bay. It keeps it cool. Alright, so there's the power plug I was looking for. Cha-cha, cha-cha, cha-cha. Alrighty. Do. Those are the fans. That's another fan. And that's okay. That's right. That's how I did have to do that. Okay. So 1 and 2. That's what I was looking for. Because these are like controller type cards, I don't think they're gonna take a whole lot of juice. Chaka, chaka, click. Cool. Alright. Where did... Let me see. Alright, this should be able to go right. Yeah. Chi-chi-chi. Cool. Alrighty. And I just gotta plug this one in. Alright, cool. So, we got fans over there. 1, 2, 3. Now the fun part of routing all of my fan cables. I'm just glad a couple of the fans I put in here do have the daisy chain ability, so I can daisy chain them together. Which will make it a lot smoother. And that one. Cool. Alright, so I got 4 there. That's those 4 fans, and then there's this one. needs to go down there too. There's 5 of my fans. This is one of the case fans, so oh, the fun part. Straighten that out, straighten it out, good enough. And drop. I'm literally running a fan cable underneath all my cards. This fan 1 works for me. And then there's a cable there. Cha-cha-cha-cha. While I am sitting here staring at it, I'm going to rerun my little pull the hoses out of the way deal. Cool. Wire ties. Save your life fucking with computers, I swear to God. Alright, so now that one's plugged in. Make that wire disappear for the most part, as much as I can. Cool. That one's up out of the way. So there's 3, there's 6. But those are all hooked on. All my top fans are hooked on some stuffs, so they're tied into down to 1. And then it's those 5. This needs to right now all up out of the way. Come up here by the fans. Cool. No RGB. Alright, so fan. There's 3. There's the 4th. Alright, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9? 9 fans? Is that all of them? 2, 3, 4, 5. So, alright. I'm gonna hook the shortest one to this. Two, 3. Cool. Those is the cooling on my AIO. And now it's just the rest of my case fans. 1, 2. Pull this up out of the way for right now. 3. I know it's not the most eventful, but I'm actually getting through it pretty quick, so I'm thankful about that. I do not want to plug that in just for one thing. But if I have to, I have to. Yeah, if I really wanted to, I could just tie all my fans into this, because I think there's one. Yeah, I could plug all 10 of them into here other than the pump. And then just plug this into like one of the top fucking bays. And be done with that. So I think what I need is one more plug to a SATA. Nope. I got one right here. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move this to that one. And then I'm gonna put this to this one, because it gives me more room to move it. Alright, now to the front side. And see where I have an opening. This flashlight's bright as shit, but it also has a fucking help me mode. SOS. So, yep, right there. Cool. So, Sys Fan 2 will be my fan controller. Awesome sauce. Unless I can get it to 3, because 3 has a 4 plug. I'd rather do that. It might not be able to do the most on reading off the fucking stuffs, but something would be better. Well, no, it won't. It'll just be power. Fuck it. I'll plug it in right there. Why is there a 4 plug on it if there's only 3? Okay, not gonna ask stupid questions, because that's a stupid question. The even better questions, whose idea was it? Alright. So, I will tuck that back here. Cable management. Cool. Oh, you can go right around the corner right there. Out of sight, out of mind. Oh, I cut myself. I didn't realize I did that. Cool. Alrighty. So that part's all done. RAM's in, CPU's on, video card's in, both the M2 drives are in. I got all my fans plugged in, my SATAs are plugged in. I believe I have all my board extras plugged in. Making sure my USB 3.0 is plugged in secure. It keeps wanting to try and pop out. So those are good, that's good. Get that out of sight, that out of sight as well. I'm not really gonna see the computer as it's where it sits anyways, so it's not like it matters. It's for my own OCD compulsions of having it somewhat organized. Keywords. somewhat organized. I gotta figure out how to put the panel on. This'll be fun. So, how much slack do I get with this? There we go. Extra wire ties. Pull them out of the way for right now, and then I'll start trying to put this stuff in a bit better of a configuration, I guess you would say. Trying to see where this will fit without, when I go to close the case, not causing a whole bunch of problems. Oh, that's the CPU one. I can tuck the excess back here. There we go. I also have a couple of just basic BS lights that are on the front, so that way I know if anything's going on with it. They only go on and off with the power, so they're either on or off. There's no other changing their settings or any of that other stuff. And this is the power to my USB panel, and card writer and all that stuff. It's on the front. Try and get that right there. You stay up there. Little River. Daddy is busy. It's like, I don't care. I want lap time. You're not on your computer, it's lap time. Alright. Not both sides, just one. Now the question is can I reach any of the case bolts? Or did I put them way out of my... Nope, I can reach 2 of them. It's enough to get her started. So that side's good to go. Do a last look-see over on the other side. That can go back. That can go back. That can go back in there as well. Alrighty. So, plugged in. Pull the extra cable up out of the way. Up out of the way. Up out of the way. Cool. There we go. Make sure those are all nice and firmly plugged in. Same with all those. Rams look good. Alright, this. Now I can push it back. Same with that. And that should make it want to stay. There we go. Cool. So, are you still seeing what's going on over here? That's plugged in, plugged in. Nice, it's screwed down tight. Yep, no RGB anywhere on this board. I'm not gonna go buy an external card for it. It's not worth the $5-10. I don't care. I have the lights on the front. That's good enough for me. Oh, look over the piles of parts I have just laying around here. What are we gonna do with you? Huh? Little lap kitty. My spoiled little baby Murr. 'Cause she's a spoiled baby. I think we're about ready for a test fire. If I am not mistaken. Alright, make sure I don't turn the 0 RPM fan mode for the power supply on, like... No, turn the fan on, cool that shit off. Power conversion equals heat. Heat is not good for computer. So... yeah, I think we're ready to test her out. Hopefully, if I did it right, it'll only freak out to it's a different motherboard. But being as it's very close to what it was, it should be good. I love my little river. Yes, I do. I know you're looking at me like that because you know I'm about to move. And you don't want to move. I know you don't want to move. But you're going to move. Thank you, little river. Alrighty. So that wasn't too bad. Where am I on? Alright, I don't know. Did it freeze up on me? I think it did. Yep, it sure did. We're gonna mute the desktop audio so I can still hear his stream. Alrighty. So, now I can... Who are you? I can hear you now, Octavius. I don't know if you're still watching me. Let me see what he says. Alright, can you hear me? That's the question. Do you have my stream muted? I am muted, I bet. That's fine. Ah. All good. They're running a bunch of marbles on stream races. So it's funny, I got his stream muted so I can talk, but I can still hear what's going on. I need to clean off this. There we go. Just had to clean off my screwdrivers. Can't have dirty screwdrivers. Very bad. Bad. Alright, so there's all that. Can go over there for right now. This can come over here. So, the PCI expansion card I got. Completely toolless. Nope, this, this, and this. Put the parts to that board in there. And put that. Alrighty. Oh. Alright, cool. Alright. Oh, I missed it. Alright, so make sure those are nice and there we go. I don't know if I have anything I can set that on so you can see when I have to. I can do it like that. So. You'll have to pardon the view. Little river. Alright. Oh. Well, obviously he knows. Alright. Oh, the fun of laying on your back hooking up computers. Yeah. There we go. Alright, so yeah, that's how much of a pain it is. That's what I have to go through. I'm gonna set that one up. There's my long frame. Alright. So, we are about to power it up. So, we're gonna have to need my There we go. 1 and 2. Awesome. Oh, this guy that Octavius dropped me off at's talking about missing work and such, so. For right now, I'm gonna switch back over. Then I'm gonna turn the volume down because I don't really care to hear it. So, mouse keyboard plugged in. I'm working on running my fans. Alrighty, so I'm back over on Dude Stream. Oh. Alright, there's one fan. So, since I have the push-pull fan config on top of my case, I have some cheap fucking fans I have sitting on top of it to push the heat out the back, because it's in a kind of enclosed area. Huh. So, alright, there's one fan. There it goes. There's one. Alright, plug in the second fan. Alrighty, so I got the fans plugged in now. Clear some of these cables out so they're not directly in front of that shit. Alright, cool. Alright, 1, 2, 3. Huh. Alrighty. There we go. Alrighty, so cool. I got it all plugged in. Just about ready to get turned on. Oh, there's. Oh, I have to remember to plug my girl's stuff back in. She works from home and needs her coffee warmer. And I also have a headset charging station for her wireless headset for when we game. That's her computer. I also built that one for her as well. My brother's computer, I've helped build a couple other people. Alright, refix my... Alright. Cool. Get those up out of the way. That's up out of the way. Alrighty. Now the very last thing I have to do is reach back here. Do I have enough? Yes, I do. Let me move that out of the way. That is annoying as shit. Just catching up. Oh, this is so... It loaded into fucking Windows. That's how you do it right. I have a fan rubbing, and it's driving me crazy. Where the I'm trying to put a spacer behind this fan so it don't fucking rub, but fuck it. Cool. Alright, I guess it's time to press the webs. Awesome. Alright, it is not reading the 500. Alrighty, I can get up off the floor and start putting away these cases of stuff. Alright. Alright. awesome sauce. There we go. Alright. That's what I need. I need my phone. There we go. Ah, thank you for those watching. Alright, I gotta look up what it exactly it was I'd fucking bought so I can find there. MR9S. Okay, yeah, I can unplug that. I gotta download the stuff, put it on. Da, 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 da. So yeah, it's not getting the internet at all right now, I don't think. Maybe it is. Me can't scan for fucking viruses. Are you sure you want to download it? I have a virus scanner. I am not worried. Yeah, their website is about as minimal as you can get. Alrighty, so Alrighty. checking bias settings right now. A lot of this stuff I'm not sure what it is, so I'm not even gonna mess with it. I'm just looking through. (16.8, 16.8, 16.8, 16). Yep. They are all registered. Ah! Alrighty. I don't know if I want to try and install custom bias on this thing. Yeah, I was gonna say, I better be live still. I do need to uninstall that dumb shit too. Bumpity bum. Alright, it looks good. So, let me exit out of some of this extra crap I have running on my computer. There we go. And then eject. Oh yeah, fucking awesome. New folder. Make sure I have the right chipset drivers. So I downloaded all that on my main, put it on a drive, and then I'm installing it on that one. Make sure it has the right Ethernet driver. that's the last of the updates I was waiting on. Alrighty. Pending, 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 pending. Restart now, biatch. So, like I said, see I got the fans blowing the air out the back, so it goes out that way. Then I got the fans down there. You can't really see them. Actually, give me. I got a fan over there. And then there's another one down there. All just trying to help move the air down here. So. But. Actually, I can pull it back over here. Press delete to enter bias. Nope, I'm good right now. I am Gucci. Gucci, Gucci, Gucci. And bring it back into Discord. Screen share. Cool. Machinist E5 MR9S version 1. Cool. Yo, yo.
Tickle me sphincter.
I got it running.
I see that.
I just got it running. I just got done updating it, so.
Trying to figure out what I'm looking at here in this. I see you, and then I see you playing with the Pal World thing. Like, how we got 2 cameras now?
Yeah, I grabbed my girls. I've literally just rebuilt this whole thing the last couple hours.
Oh.
I'm on my Twitch.
Oh, I don't Twitch.
Yeah, I do. I'm on my Twitch, I'm on Facebook, I'm on YouTube all at once.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw you around here, so I figured I'd jump on for a minute and see what you're doing. I gotta eat something and go to bed shortly. I got a dialysis in the morning. Hooray!
Oh, that's yeah. Hopefully that goes well.
Well, it should. I mean, I got dialysis at noon, but it's still tomorrow. It blows.
Yeah, that's only like what 9 hours from now your time.
Yeah. Get to go sit there for 4 fucking hours. That's just fantastic.
And I wonder if it'll work. Oh, I bet it won't.
Well, I can only assume you have no intention on resolving this matter without further action. If I'm incorrect, it's imperative you contact me today.
So what have
My
you been up
direct
to
number
today?
is 224 appointment.
I had my kids this morning, so we did some shit this morning. Did some gaming and some running around, and then I had a doctor's appointment at 3, and then I didn't have to. Then I went and helped my friend do some work for a couple hours.
There we go. Alright. This is the part I have to do on my fucking phone. There it is. I have to log into the fucking router and change the IP address on that. Clients. There it is. Advanced. Nope. Internet. Oh, quit the game. that up.
Whoops.
There it goes. There we go. Alrighty, and restart that. Do 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 do.
What the hell was that?
The other computer signing in.
Oh.
There we go. There we go. Continue. Yep, whatever. Don't give a fuck. Cool. That's what it should be. Now, let's see if I can. Interesting. Alrighty. Cool. What is going on?
No idea.
I'll restart it real quick and see what it says. There we go.
Getting it fingered out, are you?
Yep.
Oh, nice close-up of your vape there. I like it.
So, alrighty, let's go in here and run this bitch. Start.
Ugh.
Alright, now I should be able to connect to the server with no fucking issue whatsoever. Let me start my hardware monitor. And close that out. There we go. Yahtzee. And while it's doing that, I'm gonna hop on, take a piss. Join.
Pants match
Okay. Connect.
your pants match your chair.
Pretty close, yeah. Oh, hallelujah, I feel better.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
Big old piss. Then put her exercise thing back where it goes. Alrighty. And we're just gonna drop all these motherfuckers off. Sort. Whatever. There we go. Where is he at? There he is. Take a backup flyer. And then throw some luckies in my party. Is he not tagged? Is that what it is? No, he's got the right tags. Where is he? If I get dunk here, I'll take him. Now the test. Fly around the map on the fast flyer and see how quick shit loads.
Oh, nice. I'll watch you in a second. I'm setting my shit to get off EverQuest here. Obviously, it's getting a little late, so.
There's Lucky over here somewhere. It's chicken, don't give a fuck. Flying way the fuck over her. Very nice. Seems to be running a lot smoother. Should put something crazy on here just for the fuck of it. Like another server. Just to see how it runs. Oh yeah. There. Put the full speed in. Look at those temperatures run nice and steady. Do, 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 do. Yeah, I went and picked up, shit, 7 grams of fucking wax and dabs today as well.
Nice. Fuck yeah.
So. Oh. It is up, it is running, it is holding good cold temperatures, and I am tired of streaming for the night, so I am cutting that off. Thank y'all for joining in, and I will see you on the flip side. Oh shit, I didn't even see. Oh shit, my buddy is on. I have to see. I'll have to jump on his stream real quick. I didn't even notice he was talking in here.
Hell yeah.
Cool. Then make sure that stops.